Hey, this is Tom for Inspiration Metalworks, and I just wanted to share a little bit on progress I've made on a totally different project. I've been working on a sign, and just want to share a little bit with how that's coming along. This sign is actually the first one I've made in a little while. Since we've reconfigured the shop, we actually shut down part of what we normally do, which would be the CNC plasma cutting. And so I'm getting ready to get that fired back up and do some test cutting, and I thought it'd be the perfect time to cut this sign. So I've been corresponding via email with someone whose videos I watch all the time, very regularly, and great guy, does a lot for for our community, for all of us machinists out there, and so I thought I'd do a little something to give back. So he and I have been going back and forth a little bit on designs. I did a drawing that I thought was kind of neat, but it wasn't quite right. So rather than just make this thing and send it to him, I decided that I'd solicit his advice. And so we've gone back and forth a little bit. He'd get an idea, I'd get an idea. My wife would chime in on things, and I think we're at a point now where we're ready to cut. Well, we better be ready to cut because we're going to cut today. So let's take a look at the design and we'll see what it looks like. So for a video guy, I should be able to do a better job of this, but today I'm just in a hurry to get some of this stuff done. So rather than doing a real screen capture, I'm actually just video and doing some recording here. But as you can see, hopefully you guys can see okay on there, the design that I was working on is actually for Mr. Tom Lipton from OxTools. And so we've had several different versions. You can see different versions in here, we had different fonts and the sizes and things like that, but let me just highlight all this so you can see a little better here. But that's what we're going to be doing today, is this sign right here. And so it's got the 5 R's, right, that Tom's always got on his whiteboard: reuse, repair, restore, repurpose, and recycle. And when I first planned this, I had a round piece of steel that I had salvaged that I was going to use for this. Well, I've actually used that in something else, and so I decided that I had quite a bit of 11 gauge steel here, and I'd make it out of something sturdy for me. Anyways, so this is what we're going to work on today, and it's pretty straightforward. The first thing we have to do is initialize the system here. So I've got everything going, power on, and we just come in and click the initialize, and that just gets the table ready to go. Our next step is to create our cut paths, and I'm just going to use a shortcut for that because I know what it is, and select where we want this to start. And it prompts me, do I want to automatically convert holes? And yes, I do. And the beauty of this is, well, I'm ready to go. I didn't have to write any G-code. I didn't have to do anything special. I drew this sign up, and the system did the rest for me. So from a CAM perspective, Plasma CAM is very, very simple to use. The CAD piece is nice and straightforward. You can import other kinds of drawings, things like that. But the CAM piece is just phenomenal because it really is two-dimensional here. But you can set some of your other Z-axis settings and things like that as well. But that's it. We're ready to cut. Now I do want to go back because it's been a little while since I've used the system, and I want to make sure that everything is set properly. So we'll look at our settings, and we were at 11 gauge. I think I am going to have it automatically set the height again, just to make sure that that was okay. Pierce is 0.15, cut height 0.058. That all looks fine. Time to pierce 0.35. We're cutting at 90 inches a minute. Now I can cut a lot faster than that. We're going to run at 40 amps today, which is a pretty good setting for 90 inches a minute. I do that because it keeps the X and Y nice and clean and crisp. You don't get shudder in there as it's coming across to one of these turns and it has to shift. If you go too fast, I've found that the G-forces on the head are sufficient enough to throw that precision off a little bit. Now there is an upgrade that you can get to the plasma cam system that that eliminates that need. I do it because I've got I haven't done that upgrade yet, so I just keep it in the 90 and it works pretty well. We should probably figure out where we want this to start. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'll take advantage. I want this to be a nice clean cut, and I'm gonna have it cut on all sides. I'm not gonna. You can have it set to where it will automatically use portions of the edge of the sheet, but I'm not gonna do that. I want to make sure that I've got nice cuts on all sides. I probably should have had it. Well, yeah, it's gonna be coming across, so it'll have a grip here. I probably should have started that cut here, because that'll keep it from shifting as the temperature changes in the metal. But I think we're going to be in good shape. Just to check, I'm going to move the head just to make sure that we've got everything lined up properly. It also told me that I had a bunch of crap on the desk behind me that the head ran into, and thankfully just kind of moved out of the way for me. So that worked okay. We do have to make a little change over here. Got the cutting edge. That's all fine and dandy. I think we're good there. Okay, let's move the camera and we'll go ahead and make the cut. Alright, looks like we're ready to go. Let's do our last checks. I do want to have my fan on here. I've got a filtration system, but the filter's a little clogged, so I don't know how well that's going to actually work today. But we'll try it. I got to replace that filter. But let's double check. We've got our power right. We've got. We're at 40 amps on that. We've got good air. I want to do one more thing before we get started. Sorry, I should have done this off camera and I might edit this out, but I just like to make sure. I take a little Scotch-Brite. I just make sure that tip's good and clean, because that tip is where it gets the electrical contact. And it also helps to figure out height. It does this voltage sensing for its height. And I want to make sure that there's no corrosion on that tip, that it's got a nice clean start. So let's go ahead and let's look at this one last time. Double check all our text. Nothing's going to fall out that's not supposed to. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Alright, since our cutting's done, let's take a look at how it came out. Alright. How about this one? Well, you can see that okay. A little bit on the screen there, but you can see the sign came out okay, decent size. So now I'll take a wire brush to it, clean it up a little bit. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the finish on this one, and then we'll get it shipped out to California. But thanks for watching.